In a society of political correctness, we have stereotyped the once known home and family protectors, termed nanny dogs, or more commonly called pit bulls, as vicious, unprovoked killers. I am here to tell you they are not the villains they are portrayed as. For almost 114 years, the American Pit Bull Terrier was recognized by the United Kennel Club as the perfect nanny dog because of its friendly nature, loyalty, and stability. They didn't recommend these dogs as guard dogs because they were too friendly with strangers. In the early half of the 20th century, they were known as America's sweetheart because of their love of children. They were found on recruitment posters. They were famous in the military, like Sergeant Stubby, the most decorated dog of World War I. Famous homeowners include Caesar Milan, Helen Keller, Thomas Edison, Linda Blair, Brad Pitt, Sonny and Cher Bono, and Rachel Ray, to name a few. Some famous pit bulls you may recognize are Petey from Our Gang, Nipper, the RCA Victor image by the phonograph, and Tig, the Buster Brown dog from the shoe ads. So, what we have here is a case of canine racism based upon myth and sensationalized by the media. The Houston Chronicle quotes unnamed officials as placing the blame for the problem on the humans. Many of the pit bull attacks are due to skyrocketing number of poorly bred and badly trained dogs raised by backyard breeders. They are the dog of choice for irresponsible breeders, dog fighters, and those who simply like the look of a tough dog. The ASPCA tells us that pit bulls often attract the worst kind of dog owners. A 2009 study by the Journal of Forensic Science found that owners of vicious dogs had significantly more criminal behaviors. Pit bulls were more frequently abused, tortured, abandoned, and euthanized within the United States. The American Veterinary Medicine Association states controlled studies have not identified this breed group as disproportionately dangerous. They do not have locking jaws. That is a myth. Studies did show that dog bite force was proportionate to dog size for any breed of dog. The National Geographic studied three so called vicious dogs: German Shepherds, Rottweilers, and Pit Bulls. What they discovered was the Pit Bull exerted less bite force than the other two dogs that were in the study. So, based upon looks alone, Pit Bulls are discriminated against. Legislation has proven to be very ineffective. There is no proof that breed specific laws, or BSL, make communities any safer. Pit bull is a type of dog, not a breed, making it very vague for legislation. A study by the Applied Animal Welfare Science found that 87.5% of the dogs identified as specific dog types were proven incorrect by DNA analysis. In fact, upon review, it discovered that the breed was incorrectly reported half of the time on dog bite reports. Karen DeLeese, research director for the National Canine Research Council and author of the Pit Bull Placebo, studied every fatal bite between the years of 2002 and 2005, totaling 47 fatal attacks. What she discovered was 11 dogs involved in the fatal attacks with no pit bull characteristics were counted as pit bulls, while their true breeds were never reported. The CDC, or Center for Disease Control, does not support BSL. Dog bite data has proven inaccurate, and identifying breed can be difficult. So where do we stand, and what can we do? Understand that dogs do not understand human rights. Often the dogs who attack are abused or inhumanely treated or just trained to be mean. We should hold the owners responsible. Dogs need to be raised, like humans, in an environment of care and love. Young children should never be left alone with any animal. When my sister was an infant, my dad left her outside in the stroller while he ran in the house to go get something. When he returned, a cat had gotten its head inside of my sister's mouth and was suffocating her as he tried to get at the milk that she had been drinking. Another instance took place in New Jersey in October of 2000, where a 6-month-old baby was mauled to death by the family-owned 4-pound Pomeranian. That was found in the Los Angeles Times. Dogs should be socialized to accept those who do not live in their home. This can help with aggression. In my homeowners association, I sit on many panels involving dogs and dog bites. What I have discovered is a dog bite is a dog bite, and aggressive behavior can come in all breeds if not properly trained. No dog is inherently mean. All dogs should be on a leash when they are outside of their home and outside of their yard. Biting is a natural activity of all dogs, and all dogs and many other animals have the potential to bite or inflict harm. Properly train any dog that you own. Do not approach any dog that you do not know or do not know the owner of. We need to encourage all dog owners to become knowledgeable about their animals and to train and socialize them so they can become our good dog neighbors. This responsibility lies with the dog owner, not with the dog, who is subjected to proper or improper training and exposure, just like parents are with children. A quote from President Joseph F. Smith tells us kindness to the whole animal creation, and especially to all domestic animals, is not only a virtue that should be developed, but it is the absolute duty of mankind. It is an unrighteous thing to treat any creature cruelly. I say that pit bulls have been victims of canine racism. I have lived with approximately 7 pit bulls over the last 40 years and have never experienced one misstep with any of the dogs. Children have yanked their ears and tails, pulled the female's nipples, stuck fingers up noses and rectums, and even tried to ride them without one snarl or snap. There were groans from the dogs, however. They have proven to be loyal and great nanny dogs, not only to my children, but to my